We're live.
Hey, Wayner, here we go.
Well, it's been a while.
It's been a while. We've had
see-
some.
I see you went and got a shirt while we were off.
Yeah, I got the rivalry shirt. We've been busy, with
Hello.
the grandkids and stuff.
Yeah.
And while we were away,
Yeah.
our friends, our listeners will be glad to know that you and I both received our doctorates.
Yes.
And from Dr. Roberts,
Right.
from the New Ghana University of International Bullshit.
Well, actually, I was kind of awarded mine from Dr. Robert Jody.
Now, this is Dr. Roberts.
Okay.
The illegal, who Mike Obama, we know Mike. I want to
Yes,
be
I
like
do.
Mike, Banana Hammock Mike. His chief of staff is some board member in Iowa, hired this guy, Dr. Roberts, to be the superintendent of schools,
From
$300,000 a year from Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
It's a doctorate, and she's calling now for radical empathy for this man. And
But let me understand, he's not American, right?
no, he's an illegal. He had 2 orders of get out.
No, wait, one more thing. Sorry to interrupt, and he's not even a doctor, right?
Oh no, not everything's made
So
up.
everything's...
So this guy, this illegal, if you will, was setting school policy in Des Moines, Iowa. All right.
Yeah.
And he also brought up what some of the moms were concerned because his meetings just rambled on like meant nothing, and he would just walk around smiling, shaking hands.
But he's a PhD.
But he wanted to lower the standards, and overlook arrest records to get the best teachers in.
Well, I think the best way to get... I think he's got something there. The way to get your best teachers is go into the prisons. Wait a minute, don't go into prisons because nobody's in there now.
No, they're all out.
Go out into the streets of, and pick them out and make them teachers. That'll work.
Well, it's this new transgender bullshit that.
Well, they don't have to be trans. They
That
just
they're
have to
pushing.
be dumb.
Well, not only that, but they're pushing an ideology.
Oh, the ideology.
And Ghana, he came over here because his women are all dressed in burlap, and he loves looking at the bikini here. An illegal gun.
Now, didn't they
toter.
catch him in the girls' gym?
No, I don't think they caught him there. He ran and was hiding in a bush, an actual bush, not
Okay.
a bush.
Gotcha there.
And he was hiding, and we're expected now to have radical empathy for this man.
Well, I do. I read.
What is radical empathy like?
Well, I don't just drop to your knees and like pray for his forgiveness. I read the Quran now, and I have given a lot of.
Right.
I forgive him.
By the way, there's Christians being slaughtered in that great continent of Africa as we speak.
Yes.
Churches here attacked, Catholics attacked. We know about Charlie Kirk. They're attacked, but you don't dare say anything about the Molan Johnny. And for better words. And they are taking over. You've heard us warn about this on the show quite a few times.
Keep reading, people.
They're infesting Europe.
And what is their battle cry, John?
Well, it's the ballot, then the sword.
Ballot, then the sword. Now, for those of you that can't comprehend that, that means they're going to go vote for the Mohammed. Then, when Mohammed gets in, they're going to kill and destroy the Christians. That's because the Quran says to do that. If you don't believe us, read the Quran.
Look it up.
Have a good time.
In Dublin last week in Ireland, they had
By the
the
way,
game.
taken over.
Oh, it's taken over there. They beat up the backup quarterback for New England. Who? Minnesota's backup quarterback?
Yeah.
Who got beat up? Got mugged. They arrested the 2 guys. Check this out. Omar O'Malley and Muhammad McGillicuddy were both arrested for the mugging of this man.
Yeah, all kidding aside, I just saw there was a woman from Dublin with the big, Irish brogue. And she said, I don't even recognize this city as my city or country anymore.
London is you can't, if you hang the Union Jack, the Arabs tear it down. Some guy just drove into a synagogue, and he was from Syria.
Why do they hate the Jews?
Syria, because it's part of Christianity. They want us all gone.
Yeah.
And when the Bobbies showed up,
yeah,
they started shooting. They not only shot him, which good,
yeah,
sent him to his 40 virgins. They shot 2 of the people that were already hurt from the stabbings, and an innocent guy was just standing there.
Oh my God!
So I know over in London, they've been checking out cat calls like, "Hey mate, kind of a nice little tush there." They're being arrested. They're putting undercover. Well, they brought in models from other countries
Right.
to go
Yeah,
undercover.
because you can't use bread.
Right.
There's nothing but bad taste
Right.
and
So,
BH.
and then they arrest these guys.
So
all right.
it's pretty sad.
And not only that, but they're cracking down. Like if you post what happened to our country, they just put a guy in for 20 months because he posted what happened to our country. That's typing. And maybe the Balbies should go to some target practice
Yeah.
because there's
Yeah.
also a legislator
Yeah,
from the Whig. What do they call the parties that won the Whigs?
The Whigs.
He is proposing. Honest to God, you heard this on the show, but this is fact now.
All right.
No more knives, no more forks.
Sporks.
Sporks. Invest in sporks. Bloody hell. We should all have sporks. You can still cut your toast with a spork. Bloody hell. Well,
But
there is a
they're
bloody
not
hell.
weapons.
There is a bloody hell over there. Okay?
Yeah, and it's called Muslim.
And we have the big pond separating us, but they are moving in here. We got Mahatma Gandhi over here in New York, who not only is a mayor, he's going to be in charge of all medical decisions,
Medical.
schooling,
Yep.
the military in New York,
Military.
all the prisons.
Yep.
He wants them immediately emptied.
Yep. He's going to. I think this towelhead thinks he's going to be the president of the United States.
No, he wants to arrest the president of Israel when he comes to New York. He, I believe, wants to take taxpayer money and form his own New York Navy.
Nice.
But he's got this defunding the police and laying off police.
Mhm.
He won't have to worry because they're going to quit. But he wants to hire peaceful negotiators.
You know
Okay.
what? I was thinking the other day. Okay, let's say that guy. Now I know it was in Charlotte, but let's say it was in New York, and that guy kills that poor girl from Ukraine. Okay. Now, if there was a peaceful negotiator there, I believe she could have been saved, because they talked to the lunatic afterward, and he said things like, "I don't know. I just stabbed her. I don't know why I did it." I
Right.
think they could have negotiated out of that.
What do you think a peaceful negotiator, if anybody indeed wants this job?
Yeah. What are you going to
would
pay?
make?
50,000 an
Now,
hour?
I'm going to date myself, guys, and you can also go back and do your research here. The last peaceful negotiator I remember
Terry.
was in 1979-80,
Hmm.
and his name was Terry Vate, and he walked with the Spartacus sandals and the white robe, and everywhere-
Anglican Church
and every
envoy.
Anglican Church envoy. By the way, there is no more Anglican Church, but he walked amongst the students over there that were holding our hostages with the peace sign. These are loving people.
Never to be
He went
seen.
into them, never saw them again, but they did find one sandal with blood and one robe heavily stained in blood on the backside where the wrecked tomb would line up. Just saying. The envoy, the peaceful negotiator.
Yeah,
Okay.
they didn't like that too much.
No, that didn't go over so good. But this Megami's going to have his own. He can have masked armed guards.
Yes.
We can, and free subway, free daycare. This the grocery
I don't like,
stores.
you mean like you get free subs like meatball sandwiches?
No, the subway. You can go
Oh,
on
oh.
the subway, but you have to immediately take on Taekwondo and Kevlar to even go on the subway. He won't take the subway.
Oh God, no. I like
But
the free
free.
food. I like the free grocery store.
Well, and pay what you can.
So
Pay
wait
what
a
you
minute,
can.
wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So today it's against the law to loot up to over 950, and then, at least in California, and they go in and loot. Now we're gonna have free food. So you think people are gonna go in as if they were paying, right? To say, well, I need coffee this week. No, they're gonna grab 6 cases of coffee
And all the beer,
And the beer.
Diet Pop and Lay's potato chips they can lay hands on.
because they got to be 650.
And New York, the taxpayers of New York, which is going to be us, will fund this.
Hello.
And socialism hasn't worked anywhere on the
Ever.
planet.
Ever.
But this is peaceful socialism, friendly socialism. So I say, let's take the Knicks games. All the bigwigs get let in free and
Mhm.
sit on the floor, so it looks good at the Knicks game.
Right.
Can we all go that now?
Yes.
Are we all equal to that?
I definitely get second row seats.
And I also want to know, and I'm going to ask our baby kissers when they start going door to door here, what do I get? I mean, Tish James is saying transgender surgery, abortion, free.
Right.
What's in it for me? Just a feel good story? Because that ain't cutting it for me.
Why not?
I want my
Jesus said, "Let them be good, let them be whole. You pay the taxes." Didn't you see that?
Jesus also said, "Leave me my sheep," but leave my sheep alone and go heather. But a lot of Jesus stuff got misconstrued in those scrolls anyway. But
That's easy.
and I'm not trying to be sacrilegious here.
No.
Speaking of attacks on Christianity and
That's
stuff
it.
that you were mentioning, and the all-out war, that Charlie Kirk was gunned down, and I didn't know much about him, just things that you had told me, my sister had told me. But
Yeah.
then, instead of listening to what everybody was saying, I researched some of his
Whoa,
comments.
whoa, wait a minute. Research?
Yep.
Wait a minute, I don't understand. Shouldn't you just listen and say, and just jump off on it? And
Well, I
just-
wanted to see for myself.
Okay, that's
And
good. I mean,
what a loving guy.
I give you credit.
And he got gunned down because he was a Christian.
Yeah.
And he was a racist. And he was a white supremacist. And I believe was preaching from Mein
Please,
Kampf.
please read, seriously, please do research and watch Charlie Kirk. You will find out he wasn't racist, okay? He wasn't anti really anything. He was pro, let's be American, let's be Christian.
Now they interviewed in Portland where the governor of Portland says it's peaceful and loving.
It's a nice city.
Okay. 35% occupancy in their buildings.
Nice.
Everybody's left there.
Nice.
These Antifa guys are running rampant. Now, there's no Antifa,
No.
but there is Antifa. Joe Biden said Antifa is not even a real thing.
Well,
Probably not. But George Soros is paying for black helmets, black vests, boots, chains, bricks.
Yes, he is.
He's paying for something. Now, one of the guys that they captured said, yes, I'm with Antifa. But there is an Antifa.
There isn't.
But there is Antifa.
And pro-Palestine,
Right.
those people don't even know really what they're there
No.
for. They're being paid. They're unemployed. You see like a 35, 45-year-old woman walking
Right.
up and down the street.
But it's
they don't know what it's about.
They get paid
They get
to
paid.
protest. They have no idea.
Georgie Soros,
I love the Queer for Palestine.
which
Because if you knew anything, you're not hanging around with
they
that.
absolutely destroy you.
And they talk about that kind of stuff. And the other thing I was going to get at, now I lost my train of thought.
I
with
made
that.
you do it.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
But they have now a lot of these recent shootings have transgender backgrounds to them because you start messing with a man's junk, and they start going nuts because that's forever, right?
Mhm,
The undercover story from Vanderbilt was once we hooked them, we got them patients for life
Mhm.
because you can't turn off that stuff.
Right. You got to
Right,
keep
so
taking hormones.
there's always this transgender trail with these shootings, and now we see that the radical out there in Utah had armed queers,
Mhm,
something like that. It was training. It's an Iranian
mhm.
transgender who's training these queers how to shoot and defend themselves because they're being wiped out apparently, but the only ones doing the killing are them.
Yeah.
And they're funded through us as taxpayers. through-
I'll pay that.
Yeah, the money's all being channeled. She worked for the Indian from Warner and Bernie Sanders,
Uh-huh.
Elizabeth Warren. She worked for them. It worked for them.
Pocahontas?
And the money was being channeled through, and she's training these people. They were the ones doing the shooting in Dallas at the ICE facility.
Right.
And there's a trickle-down effect over there in Utah.
We can
you know
follow
that.
the money, but nobody really will. Or
That's
or
what I wish
prosecute.
they would start doing, and
Yeah.
start rounding up these Antifa bastards. Because when they confronted them the other night, they're going, "You can't touch me. I have a right," and you got a right to remain silent. The kid started crying. No, my daddy's gonna come get me.
Soros paid me.
But here's what I wanted to say about that. I got back to my train of thought.
That's good.
They interviewed one of these Antifa rebels, which there is, but there isn't,
But there is.
and said, "Do you think Charlie Kirk should have died?" Yes, he was a fascist, and he should have died. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, just take that for a minute. Okay, and it's okay to take $900. We're not charging anybody
No.
under $900 of shoplifting. Here's what I say: what if we all do that? Okay, little Miss Antifa, I don't like your thoughts. So, is it okay for me to gun you down? What if we all started just gunning down the people we don't like,
Right.
and the people that we don't like what they say, which would also be the people we don't like? I mean, I can't stand Botox Kathy here in New York. I've never once wished any ill things to happen to her.
Of course not.
The only bad thing I want to happen to Kathy is people to smarten up and not vote for her.
Not vote for him. Zimmer
And-
Mohammed in New York.
You know, and we hear about January 6th. They ran wild in the summer of love
Yep.
for a fentanyl, a guy that had 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on a banana peel.
Summer of love.
But it's unreal what's going on. God bless Trump. He's attacking the drug lords in Venezuela. Now AOC doesn't think it's right. They're not getting their due process.
Due process. We got to do it.
Now, she wants, and they want all these transgender, trans nigwas and gang members and illegals to get their due process.
Right.
But they're blocking and protesting the process centers.
Are they really?
So I'm very confused with that.
Do tell.
You know, they want to bring ICE wants to bring these people in to get due process, but they're being blocked from bringing them into the processing centre.
Centre.
SCENTRE, I believe it's called.
Yeah, centre.
They're illegal, and I'm not paying for them anymore. I'm done with it. Done with it. Done with it. New York and California are completely bankrupt.
Yep.
And this whole shutdown, which was done by the Democrats, okay, if you don't believe me, they're all drinking champagne, toasting the fact they did it. But they tell the blind sheep what they want to hear, and of course they follow.
Well, here's what they want to hear. So the subsidies for Obamacare end at the end of this year. And then, so what they keep saying is when they're standing on the Capitol stairs, they say, they can't let that go, they can't let it go. Okay, personally I believe there should be some subsidy. It's helped me, it's helped my family, and we work, by the way. But, let me get away from that. What they don't want to say is that they want to give illegals free health care.
Well, here's what happens, Wayne.
And they won't talk about
the
that.
illegals, but they're not illegals because they've been deemed seeking asylum.
Seeking, yeah.
So they're in that mix.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And New York and California are completely on the verge of bankruptcy from giving illegals state paid for, but they're broke, so they need the Medicaid reimbursement to pay for that.
That's exactly right.
Read between the lines, everybody.
And Chicago
it's all
is
there.
next. Chicago's next because he just said $400 million he needs now to continue to give food and shelter to illegals in Chicago.
New York State is on the verge of bankruptcy, and if this Ahmad Gandhi wins this mayor thing,
then I think we got to move
done.
out.
We can't afford. They're going to nail us.
Yeah.
We're going to all electric, everybody. January 1st is when the boom starts hitting. Nobody's got the power boxes. I don't have the power box to handle that.
We both
surge.
have 200 amp, and
That's
that
not
won't even be
enough.
close.
And I don't know if the people in the city realize that. I don't know what's going to happen there.
They got like 40 amp with the screw-in fuses.
She's raising the rates of electric service and natural gas service. The natural gas service is to blast us off of that and get on electric, which, by the way, with all this sun and stuff, the solar panels aren't drawing what they need to draw. It's a farce. But here's the thing. Clean air. New York State wants to be a part of clean air, right? You're buying the bullshit. It's not producing what it should produce. These windmills and these solar panels. But it's being made by the Chinese who are building it with fossil fuel.
Because they're built, their factories are being run by coal.
I mean, it is such ludicrous. And then I did see the other day that Greta Würzberger in Sweden. She posted she's being held against her wishes by the Israeli Defense Forces. But I do have to point out that the commentator, and he's right, what those Israeli guards did to her. She has the worst bowl haircut I've ever seen. Okay? That is torture by the idea. No, give it a break. She's on these yachts trying to get over there, and they're saying, no, you'll be killed. They ought to let her go through.
Go ahead.
And let Hamas have at the free spirit.
By the way, Hamas has got one more day to accept the peace.
I say level them.
Or we're leveling them.
Animals. And for all this free Palestine, screw it. I'm done with it, done with it up to here. I'm done with it. And
I guess you're done with it.
I am. They got the tunnels completely almost gone. They've leveled the buildings. There's only a handful of these rats left. Let them see their makers. Let them meet their makers.
Problem is they like that. All right,
they actually don't, because they hide in fear.
Cowards.
They hide behind old women, and children.
So the Bills, 4-0, no mo.
By the way, letters can be sent to us via P.O. Box 14326, Chickawaga, New York. Any comments, send them to the station.
Now, I have to ask you, because Pete and I had a slight disagreement about this. When Bruce Smith was on the sideline and we beat a team, and he said, 4-0, no mo. I said it was one team, Pete said it was another.
We were playing the LA Raiders.
No.
Yes, we were.
Chicago.
I believe it was the Raiders. 4-0, no mo. We 4-0. We 5-0 or something. That was the game where J.D. Williams stole the ball from
took it away on the pass.
Willie Gault, the Raiders receiver.
I do believe it was, Pete said it was Jacksonville.
No.
I said it was Chicago Bears came in 4-0, and you now say the Raiders. We will have to look that
I think
up.
it was the Raiders. We'll have to look it up. Send letters to P.O. Box 14685.
You changed it again. There is no P.O.
Well, that's
box.
not, because that first box is all the complaints. We don't open that box.
I've never been there. So anyway, the Bills 4-0, and
And did he say
P. Diddy?
4-0 no more, we 5-0? Didn't he say?
Yeah,
Wasn't it
something like that. Yeah. But the thing I remember was
We were
4-0
we
no
were
more.
at home.
Oh,
I
no,
know for
no,
sure.
no. Well, that made the highlight film too,
Right.
for the year.
Yep.
So anyway, the Bills are looking very good. Do we have some spots that we need to get better, and also get back from injury? Absolutely. So does every team in this league.
Yep.
But this is a hell of a football team, and Josh Allen. We score 30 points like not even trying. I mean, it's unbelievable what this team's doing. Now, I will say, I'm one of the guys that think that New England is going to be tougher than everybody thinks.
Oh, God, yeah. No question about it.
Their run defense is extremely good, and I think what they'll do is try to make us one-dimensional. Now, Josh can beat them one-dimensional, but you don't want to do that. Defensively, man, we are hurting. We got some guys out again.
And remember, too, Wayne, we're the Bills, and we've had unbelievable success.
Right.
We're everybody's quote-unquote homecoming game.
Oh, there's no question.
Everybody gives your extra punch.
Sure.
We get everybody's extra punch. And in the new NFL now, guys, it's basically arena football.
Yeah.
They've cut the field to 60 yards. And it's really tough. New Orleans, I sat through that. We kick off, they get out to about the 38. Most teams in the league get one first down.
Yep.
One first down's midfield, and you're almost in field goal range.
You're almost in field, and some of these guys, you're in field goal range.
And because they've done the balls thing now, and the guys are super more talented, it's arena football.
Yep.
And the red zone now there's always teams in the red zone because it's one pass and you're in the red zone.
One pass, you're in the red zone.
I mean, Dallas, a couple weeks ago, they threw the pass, and the guy kicks a 67-yard field goal.
Yeah, like it's not.
With 18 yards to spare. So they've kind of, that's what they wanted with the betting and gambling and,
They do.
and all that shit.
They want offense.
And in the New Orleans game, our problem was we started most of the time on the 2, the 6, the 8, the 20.
Right.
And we don't have the punter that flipped the field back for us.
Oh boy, he was punting the ball like 38 yards to the 50. It was
Their
awful.
drive starts were unbelievable against us.
By the way, 6 drive starts in the second half and got 6 points.
Right.
It's incredible.
And
Great D there.
so our D, as much as a lot of people said we're worried about our D didn't do that poor of a job when you break it all down.
No.
And
One thing they have to work on, Tom, pardon the interruption, is it seems like, and I've looked back and it's happening, we don't look like we're ready. You know how you call the first 20 plays
Right.
on offense? Well, we're calling the 20 plays on defense, and the teams are walking right down the field. I don't know why we're not ready at the gun, but then we turn it on, and then we change things, and then we're good.
well, wasn't the first drive for New Orleans? Didn't they start almost at midfield?
They did.
That makes it.
Oh, it's huge. But 3 third-down conversions.
Right.
You can't give up 3rd and 12, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
That is the alarming part.
Go!
Some of that is runs, but no, that is something we're doing really great on first and second.
Yeah.
We got to do a better job there on third.
And last year we were one of the worst teams in the
Right.
NFL, and we're one of the worst again. We've got to fix it.
I tend to see. I think we did try to, but the corner we were kind of counting on. He's probably not going to play till next year, right?
Or very late this year.
And not how effective is he going to be?
Yeah, right. I don't even know if he
And
knows the playbook that well.
Michael Hoyt, I think, would be a big addition there.
Hoyt's going to be big.
But that's out, and everybody's got guys out. But other than that, you're 100% correct. The third down is a little disappointing, you know. Go get him and stuff. But again, in Sunday's game, again with the refereeing, and everybody's got the same. But this guy historically throws tons of flags against us.
That's the Bills.
And
Boy,
I'm
he
not saying
continued it.
I'm not saying any of ours were bad, but there was a lot of not against us.
Yeah.
And one play, Bosa's helmet's rolling around. Did he take? I didn't see what happened. Did he take it off and throw it in disgust?
Well, no. He wanted some bubble gum, and he had to take off the chin strap to get the bubble gum.
Now the Bills have. I didn't want to see Cam Johnson get injured, but 2 weeks in a row they came within an inch of blocking his punt.
Yeah, he's not.
And
good.
it seems like something. Reed Ferguson, the one against Miami, went right through Reed Ferguson.
Right
All
over. Yeah.
Now I noticed in the game Sunday before a field goal, Ferguson moved the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it could have just been he moved the ball, or is there something teams are doing to us differently on our special teams with the long snap?
There's something going on, and they need to work on that. Plus, like you and I talked about, we kick off, they come back, they start at the 38. They kick off, we start at the 19.
I think the Bills have probably had two of the longest drives of
We
the
have.
season. Now, the difference is our return guys, we don't have the ability to make the first guy miss.
We don't have a game break.
And the guys we were playing against, they did a real good job of that. Now, either our guys haven't shown it,
Mm-hmm.
or I just think maybe we don't have that kind of a player yet.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I think more about just kicking it out of the end zone and let them start to 35. We're almost giving them that anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe we don't get the twisted ankle, the bruised hip. Dorian Strong's out now. Was that special
That's
teams?
a neck.
It's maybe looting up.
Dorian Williams, Dorian Strong. It just keeps
He
coming.
has such a strong game too, Dorian Williams.
He did.
But listen, it piles up. If we could just be healthy when it matters.
When it
in
matters. And that's the
January.
key. You know, at the end of the day, somebody was talking last week, I was ushering, and they were talking about our run defense and how bad it is. And I did say something. I said, you know what, guys? With a quarterback that can score 30-plus points blindfolded,
Right.
if you want to run it all day, feel free. Because you're going to run the damn clock out.
I don't care if we run every down. I just want to win.
I'm talking about, they were saying teams are running on us. And I said,
Oh.
go ahead, let them
Right.
run. Because
sorry,
you're going to
I
eat
said
up
it.
you're going to eat up all your time of
Right.
possession and not score a lot.
Teams seem to be getting that big run against us. We'll stop them on a
Yeah.
couple of runs, and boom, they get the big one.
Yeah.
And I
But
think,
but again, I watched the all 22, and really it didn't come down to a lot of missed assignments. It was terrible
Missed
missed
tackles,
tackles.
yeah.
Oh my God,
Yep.
guys that you counted, Teron Johnson, 2 horrible misses right in the hole. They had it stopped. Some of our defensive linemen.
Tre'Davious White a couple times.
Trade a couple times, although he made that big one on 4th down.
When it mattered, right?
Right.
When we go back to the referee game against New Orleans. That touchdown pass was right down there in front of me,
Mhm.
and the ball boy down in the end zone there immediately was frantically going incomplete.
Right.
All the refs called touchdown. Now I can't tell. I admit it. The fans in the end zone all seemed pretty upset.
Yeah.
So I said to my son, "Geez, did that hit the ground?" And we waited, and then they showed the replay. And it's hard to see from the one replay, but then we all thought, and then the crowd even went more nuts. And I said, "I think it did hit the ground." And as it turned out, it
It
did. How did that kid see that?
Well,
And these ass wipes.
First of all, the kid might have just been excited, like.
Could be, but
I think it hit the ground. But the ass
Could be.
wipes, they literally stood around for about 20 seconds without an indication of yes or no. They're talking, and there's no touchdown, there's no incomplete.
nobody saw it hit the ground.
I-
Or did that jackass overrule it?
8 blind mice.
Then they
8
go.
blind
Then they
mice.
tell us they're going to review it. They come back after forever. And by the way, guys, it was a beautiful day.
Oh.
We were in the sun. It was hot. I'm not complaining.
Great day.
They come back. It's incomplete, and now they break to sell another 15 Toyotas.
Yeah, it's all selling Toyotas. Falling asleep there, but the
But anyways.
Bills look good, and right now we have our own destiny for the number 1 seed in playoff time. Stay healthy, get the number 1 seed, and you may just see us in Palo Alto.
And Wayne, I don't want to go ahead, one day at a time, but
Sure.
if we could get to the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
the dream, I have this dream, you've known about it, nobody else does,
Mhm.
the halftime show. I want to see it.
B Bunny.
B Bunny. I love what I have no idea what he's saying. I love B Bunny.
Listen, here's my thought on B Bunny. It's not racist. First of all, I don't think it's the target audience for the NFL. But let's just say they want to expand the audience and get kids. Okay. The guy sings in Spanish. I don't know and don't want to know Spanish. I mean, come on.
By the way, improve the sport to hell at halftime. If they're looking for the crowd that likes that kind of music, do we want them?
No,
I don't know if we want them.
of course we don't.
So, listen, blow bunny. That's what I say. Blow bunny.
B Bunny. All right, so
By the way, I
Sabres.
saw something new after the game,
Yeah.
even the football game the other day.
What'd you see?
Coming out, and I haven't been there a little bit,
Mhm.
and I hear horns beep, and I hear ooba 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 ooba. I said, did an ostrich
was it-
get loose from the zoo?
Was it tribal?
Well, I said, Susie, what is that? toot toot, ooba 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 ooba. I thought there was like an ostrich or some rare bird. And my son goes, Dad, it's the Uber drivers. They block traffic and they toot and go ooba 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 ooba. I don't know.
Did you happen to put your head in?
I didn't want to get into it. I did make a comment back. One of the guys we were with stuck his head in and said, "How much?" And he said, $20. And he kept walking. He was, you ask, I say $20. And I proceeded to say some things in
Well, really,
broken Muslim.
But I was just say they were really not discernible. It was like
Like I said, broken Muslim. But
okay.
yes, I did fire. But I retorted.
He retorted. So we are 6 days from the Sabres opener. I will be working it. I am a now duly sworn officer of the Buffalo Sabres in KeyBank Center as an
Glad to have
usher.
you aboard.
Yeah, I went in. They did. I told them ahead of time, so they signed. They got an old Italian woman to sew a tent for me to wear.
And did you get the retinal scan?
I got the retinal scan, and now I'm ready. I did pass the background check, which tells me they didn't find this channel. But
They do more extensive research on people working as ushers than they did for the school board in Des Moines, Iowa.
well, and let me tell you this: I had to show a passport. Okay, now, okay, so I go with my passport. I understand W-9, to get paid, Social Security, but yet the illegals can vote and suddenly get on Social Security and welfare. I had to get a passport to be an usher.
To be an usher. And on your passport, did they comment on the part where it says no name given? Oh, no, you can't do that.
Oh, I can't do that. No name.
But we're
given.
told they don't vote, and they're not getting all this stuff for free. Yet the school superintendent was not only voting in Iowa, but he also had voting privileges in Maryland. Now, he didn't vote in Maryland, but he had privileges in
He
both
could've.
states.
It's a farce time. But anyway, back to the Sabres. Sabres are banged up. Here we go. I heard UPL and now Kesselring are out week to week. Sure, great way to start. So we got Georgiev, who's trying to recreate his career, and we got Lyon.
They did interview Georgiev yesterday, and he said, I stopped the puck for you, Lindy.
But he didn't the other night.
he didn't.
He had a 7.75
He struggled
after
with it.
taking over from UPL. We got Lyon. They want to leave Levi down, and we'll see how that goes. If we start out of the gate poorly again due to goaltending, they'll probably bring him up. And you're not going to find anybody else on a waiver wire now.
I'm thinking Kevin Adams, knowing on what little we know, okay? Adams has got to be looking around to see if there's a team with a third goalie.
Yeah, he's young and can play.
Well, that can play, and they know he's not going to clear waivers.
Right.
Because I think they really want to keep Devin Levi down there.
They do.
And really solidify his game. Bring him along slowly. Maybe end of the year, whatever. But they want Lions to be the backup, and I don't think Georgiev's our starter here.
No.
Now, maybe he's done phenomenal and everything else they've charted. That I don't know.
He might be in a
But
backup.
I think they wanted
They wanted
Georgiev
UPL.
to be in Rochester with Devin Levi.
They did, and they went Lyon and UPL, and UPL again the tweak. And it's just sad. The beginning of the preseason, I saw different things happening with this team. and I was
They
excited.
played well the other night.
They did. In fact, the only reason we lost the other night was Georgiev couldn't stop a beach ball.
Right.
But the bottom line is if Josh Norris, please stay healthy. 3 goals, 3 assists in 3 games. The guy can play. He sets up Tage.
I like the Maxime. I can't think of the last name.
Oh, the
Gearson,
yeah, Gearson.
and he brings a little touch of tough and nasty, which keeps that off guys like Talkin Darlene to do.
Darlene.
In fact, the other night he was giving Dumba all he can handle and laughing at him. I love to see a Sabre laughing at another team.
Me too.
Instead of us getting laughed at.
Exactly.
So I like the little pieces. I think Constant Helenius is really close to being something special.
Yep.
And now with the injuries on D, does Radim Merrick get a 9-game look here?
I think he will.
He has not looked out of place.
He hasn't looked out of place. To me, it doesn't hurt you at all to play him for a 9 game.
No, not at all.
I would not probably sign him beyond that unless in those 9 games he was the new coming of Makar.
Right.
But he's a really good player, and I think it's time now for Ryan Johnson.
And I know our beat reporter, and I'm not going to mention his name,
Beat.
says that we've destroyed players by bringing them up too soon. It's a young man's league now.
It's every team.
And Radim Merrick going back at 6'6", going back to Seattle, does that really better him?
I don't think it does. And the game is a little fast for him, but he makes up for it with the reach and the move.
But the little things that he does right now, like it doesn't seem like anything
No, it's
bothers
not.
him.
He's not overwhelmed.
So calm and cool. No,
he's not overwhelmed. Now, if you look analytically, he's our worst defenseman as far as being outshot and all the
Right.
But again, analytics.
But remember, analytics.
I like watching the game.
And statistics and lies.
Right.
He also hasn't been fit with a steady partner.
No, he hasn't.
He's always getting a different guy, and there takes some adjustment. They talked to Kesserling, and he said he was playing with Darlene the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I know they want me to maybe play with Owen, but he says it's good for me to get their tendencies down.
Exactly.
And Radim has played with Zach Jones.
He's also played with Timmins.
Ryan Johnson, Timmins,
Yeah, he's been a lot of
and
different
that
guys.
Rathbone. But that's okay. That's okay.
That's right.
He makes those. He doesn't look like an 18-year-old kid.
No, he doesn't. And let's put it this way: it looks like a hell of a draft choice.
Right. I wanted McQueen because of my grandson, but
Yeah.
no, this guy looks like.
He looks like the real
The
deal.
Sabres scouts were thrilled that they dropped to them. So, if you could get 9 games in, and even I don't know if he can go to Rochester. I don't understand the rule there with that.
He can.
He can.
Yeah.
Then maybe
The reason is because he was on loan
to
where
Seattle.
he's coming from Czech Republic, so
Right.
he can come over and go to the AHL.
Now is that LOANE loan, or is it loan like English spelling loan?
It's loanee.
Okay, that's what I thought. No, so you might see more of him and.
I think Ryan Johnson. You got to keep him around right now because we're going to be now with these injuries. I mean, Kesselring, what happened? I just love
Something that he hurt in camp. I'm only gonna. We were talking in production before the show.
production. Goldie.
Lindy Ruff started off with a really intense practice. The first couple practices had no pucks. Halfway through, skate. I
Right.
understand all of that stuff, but I remember Danny Bilesma with the parachute skates, and half our team blew their groins out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just me saying that.
Right.
These guys, it's not like they come to camp, throw down a Labatt's blue, and let's skate a little bit.
No, they've been
These guys
ready.
are finely tuned. So it's said that Kesselring was nursing something from the early days of calm. And I
Mind
don't know.
comp?
But it's
Anyway.
week to week, and next week's a week. So that's all.
I'm excited. I always am before the league starts, the year starts, and I think that without these injuries, this team was ready to compete. Now,
I do too.
will it happen? Will the injuries stop? Will guys come back? I don't know.
Watch for Kevin Adams. I think, just a hunch, I have no inside info here. We don't even have, by the way, we've now become Hooterville. We have no Monday paper at all on digital.
No.
We're not printing the paper at all on Mondays.
No.
We're Hooterville. There's only Hooterville, I think, Genoa City, and Mayberry RFD that don't have Monday papers. But anyways, I think Adams will look around and see if there's a team that has 3 goalies. They don't want to, they know one of them's going to get picked up.
Right.
And maybe to make some kind of a move there. Just saying, because you can't start this season with poor goaltending.
Oh, it throws everything that we've done out
It's
the
too
window.
important right now.
We got to come out of the gates. You cannot. If I see a 3-7 start in the first 10, I'm going to puke.
Right.
Can't happen.
We can't have the 8-9 game losing streaks.
No, and
That's
you also
more important.
you at least every 10 games, you at least have to go 500. Now, 500
right.
over a year is 82 points.
Right.
You need about 94.
Right.
So at least half, and then have some good,
here's
7-3 segments.
Here's why it's even more important this year, because of the Olympic break.
Yeah.
These games
Every other day.
are every other day. So if you got poor goaltending, the guy doesn't have a chance to bounce back. Things could compound fast.
It could get ugly.
And you
fast.
don't want to get into a place where somebody's offering us Gilbert, name a goalie, for Quinn and a series of number ones.
Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Yeah, you don't want to get locked into a bad trade situation where you got to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we're willing to give up almost anything. So,
Playoffs.
anyways,
Well, listen. I think this was a good discussion. This is probably one a little long, but it's been a while.
good to hear from all you guys again. Remember, we did some remote work.
Yep.
We'll be doing more remote work. We were live at the Ushers party at the stadium.
Yes, we were.
Saw a lot of you people. Thanks for coming up and shaking our hands and such.
Yep.
And look to see everybody Sunday at the game, Sunday night.
Sunday night, baby.
Squash the pots.
All right, everybody. Have a good one. And
Love everybody. Timmy, good. God bless you, New York. Watch out for those protests.
It was nice to meet Stelline in the last game. She came in, and Timmy's girlfriend.
Timmy's daughters did a hell of a job in the first game or the second game in New York.
Yeah, they were like break dancing,
Irish dancing and stuff.
Irish dancing.
And
All right, We
Well,
love
everybody,
you.
talk to you soon.
Take care.
Go Bills, go Sabres. Be good, do good. Be good. And stay together and pray together.
God bless.
Important.
Tom, we don't have it.